Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain. So here we are back in Necropolis. Now if you are looking to get to Necropolis, you can actually head there through the northern section of House Fjarlin, or because we are doing the last part of Necropolis, so Necro 4, you can actually access it from the airship. So if you did come through House P like I am here, you're going to want to either head to the Far Shifter, or you can head all the way north to where that little purple diamond is and just go through the gate. But of course you can talk to this guy to quickly teleport up there. Now once here, we do have a few quest givers. So there are 4 down here, and then this guy up on the box. Now this guy in the box is used to run the pre-flag. Typically speaking, on a first time run, you do obviously need to collect everything. So you do want to talk to him first, and he will actually give you a sigil frame. So here's that empty sigil frame. Once you've completed this, it does persist through multiple lives, so this is definitely an item you want to hold on to. As well, over here with the section of 3, so you got Rakella, Valagar, and Bilk, you can talk to them to get other various bags. So you can get a shield frame, once. Alright, because I already have them accessed here, that's why. But yeah, so you can get yourself a shield frame, you can get your tome binding, and you can also get a tapestry pouch. Each one you can use to turn in, and I will show you those later on. But for now, we're going to be picking up the quest from Bitney, and we're going to head on out to Ghosts of Perdition. Now this quest, it is highly recommended that you have at least 2 people who can fight, as there is a bit of a split up, and you have to drop these enemies at approximately the same time. Otherwise they'll just get back up. Now there is a bug that you can do. It involves kind of glitching it out so the one guy runs to the other room, but it's kind of a hit and miss, as you gotta hope he doesn't rubber band on his way there. Alright, so as you can see, I am also joined by, 2 of my friends here. We got Phoenix Thee and Dezu. So they're gonna be helping us run this one. Alright, so to get to this quest, you're gonna want to make an immediate left and just kind of run past. Now out here in the Slayer, it's actually a great place to also do leveling up. So if you're ever interested in doing that, there are 2 great rares right near the start that have large amounts of spawns that actually make this Slayer go by really, really quickly. So the first one would spawn right here where these guys are. Obviously we don't have that, and it would spawn as a bunch of caravan. The other one is actually going to spawn on these hills right across there, and as you can see, we can see 1 and 2 guys carcass eaters. If you can see the 2 carcass eaters like that from here, it does mean that rats are up. Now rats are the second rare, and as you'll see, so we're at 9 slays, and as we kill them, see just how many we go from 9. Now, if you're not able to see the rats from over there, don't worry. Basically, you want to come to the top and make sure there are 4. If there are 4 rats, this rare has spawned. Alright, so as you can see, it is just several waves of these guys, making for, quick kills, a lot of kills. And there we go. As you see, we went from 9 to 52. So a large amount of kills, really, really close. Alright, so from here, we're going to head directly east. And a little bit south. And essentially you want to head now completely south. So you'll see the tower over there. It's kind of a very, very skinny tower. But we're going to want to run past that. Now along the way we do have little mausoleums there that you can go into. And there can be rares as well. There can be rares up by the tower here. And you just want to run all the way south to that decrepit tree up the hill. Now, we do got to run past the tower in order to get up to the right level. And here we go. So if you do need, before you get in, like, for example, you're doing a lot of Slayer, you do have a set of shrines right at the bottom of the hill that you can access before coming all the way up to the top.
The tree of woe rustle ominously.
Alright. So this quest, there are a lot of ice-based enemies, so it does help to have a little bit of ice resistance if it is available for you. The other thing to note, if you are going to be piking in this quest, it is highly, highly recommended against it, simply because there are a few locations throughout this quest where the whole party has to be present in order to continue. So if you got anybody piking, you gotta wait for that person to get back. So it's definitely not a quest that you wanna go AFK or anything like that. Alright, so the first bit, you're gonna wanna run up and just talk to these guys here. They'll walk to the center, and the ice will break.
The wayward
So from here, just head down. So this right here is one of those first lockout areas. So, for example, everyone has to be standing on that ice. If one person is, or if one person is not, it will not break. Only until everyone actually steps on it does it decide to break. So you'll see as soon as he steps on it, bust it. Alright. And pretty much you just want to progress. This is a fairly straightforward quest. It's kind of everybody gather on the ice, breaks the ice, head on down, everybody gather, head on down, yada 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 yada. So we get to a point where you reach these big rooms here. And this is where you'll have the brothers. Now, you'll have one brother come up through the ice here. There he is. And then there'll be one other brother down here. Now, these are the guys that I was mentioning that you need to kill simultaneously. If you happen to kill one too soon, then it'll just get back up and, you know, keep going from there. So the trick for this, if you're able to do it, is you can actually have one of the brothers follow you all the way down here. Now if you get him to follow quick enough, he will be able to make it all the way down to the second room here, which, because it's directly underneath the room up top, it counts him as being close enough to his spawn location that they'll be able to kill him without him rubber banding. But obviously the path down Alright, so there we go.
brothers from the abbot's tyranny
So the
opened
path down,
depths of
obviously
the
it's
abyss
fairly
and
long,
sends them
and
to the afterlife.
towards the end here, he can get stuck and might tend to rubber band. So this is why you definitely want to have at least 2 people. It just saves yourself a whole lot of time
The familiar voice
rather than
calls again,
waiting for it to kind of bug and glitch. But it is possible. Alright, once you get to this stage where you see the giant beholder in a bubble, what you need to do is proceed to any one of these statues around the outside edge. You're going to start fighting it. It will spawn in a bunch of ghosts, and then eventually a giant ghost, so like the one fighting me. Now you need to defeat the ghost, and then you can break the breakable statue there. If you get the statue down to 0 hit points, like you'll see here, you can't actually break that statue until after the big tall guy is dead.
The souls of these sons are
Alright. Now, once that's done, we're actually almost on this quest. So as you can see, it can be done really, really quickly, especially if you have a good group that's able to kill quick. Now, you have your shrines here. This is your last chance. Again, it has another breakaway floor, and it heads to the beholder. Now, on this floor here, once everyone's ready, obviously you would buff, you'd get everything ready, and then you'd gather. Once you gather, the floor breaks, and you head on down. And it becomes basically a bunch of waves. Now you can, as you see, they don't have feather fall, so they fall quick. You can use these to slide down the floor, and essentially you want to head all the way down. Now once you reach the bottom, you do have, I'm gonna have to hop those off to catch up to these guys. So once you get to the bottom here, you will have multiple waves. Now you can choose to fight the trash. That is highly recommended to not do. It just takes so long, and that beholder really likes to neg level and go with that. As you'll see with Phoenix, he's sitting at 155 hit points. Like, he's just in dire need of a greater restore. So basically you want to keep fighting until you hit the bottom. Once you get to the very, very bottom, keep fighting him until he gets almost dead. You don't actually kill him, but he does become passive there. And once he becomes passive, what you want to do is you just talk to him, and that's it. Quest complete. It does give you a chest. Now, if you actually happen to do all the waves, so as you see, we got first wave, second wave, third wave, and fourth wave. There's about 15 enemies to kill per wave, obviously avoiding the Doom Sphere while you're doing it. If you do happen to kill them all, you will be able to get right underneath here to this chest right down there. So you'll actually get a second chest for completing that all. But it is very, very difficult to do, and recommended highly just not to. And so at the end of each of these quests as well, you will get sigil pieces. Each quest has a very specific piece that it drops. As well, it can drop any one of the 4, so there's 8 pieces total. Part 1, 2, 3, and 4 drop specifically from these quests. As well, you can get part 4, 5, 6, or sorry, 5, 6, 7, and 8. They can drop from any chest, both in the quest here, at the end chest, or out in the Slayer. So there's a lot of farming that you need to do in order to complete that sigil. But again, once you have that sigil completed, that's it. That's all. You are done. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. It's been a blast. Hope this helped you guys get through this quest. And I will see you guys later. Have a good one, all.